A deceptive smile. It's something we all encounter daily, but can you trust it? Imagine this: you're in a conversation with someone, and they flash a smile right after something shocking is said. What does that smile really mean? Is it genuine, or is it hiding something far darker? People who smile after certain events may seem harmless, but in reality, it's a massive red flag. It signals manipulation, deceit, and hidden agendas that could have serious consequences for you. In today's video, we're going to uncover the secrets behind these unsettling smiles and why you should never trust people who do this in silence. Let's dig into the subtle art of body language and explore why this smile can be one of the most dangerous signals you'll encounter. Stay with us, because by the end, you'll be able to spot these warning signs from a mile away. Smiling, something we all do, right? It's a universal sign of happiness, warmth, and friendliness. But what if that smile doesn't actually signal positive feelings? What if it's just a mask to conceal something far more sinister? In psychology, a smile is often a defense mechanism. It can cover up discomfort, guilt, or even shame. But there's a specific kind of smile that can raise red flags, the smile that follows after something unsettling or manipulative. This kind of smile is not about joy, it's about control. People who smile after causing discomfort or making an uncomfortable statement often do it to mask their true intentions. They use the smile as a tool to disarm you, to hide their real thoughts, and to confuse you into believing everything is fine. This is especially dangerous in relationships, whether personal, professional, or even casual interactions. You could be dealing with someone who is trying to get under your skin, and they are using that smile to keep you off balance. In this video, we'll dive deep into how these smiles can often mean the opposite of what they seem, and how to protect yourself from people who use this tactic to manipulate or deceive. Meet Sarah, an ambitious young professional who prides herself on her ability to read people. Sarah's career is growing fast, and she's making connections with influential people in her industry. But one person in particular, her new boss, seems different. He's charming, friendly, and always smiles at her, especially after he makes a questionable remark or suggests something unusual. At first, Sarah doesn't think much of it. After all, a smile is just a smile, right? But over time, she begins to notice a pattern. Whenever he says something that feels off or manipulative, he smiles, too quickly, too easily. It starts to make her uncomfortable, and Sarah begins questioning his intentions. Is he being genuine, or is this smile hiding something darker? Sarah's objective is clear. She needs to figure out whether his smile is just a harmless gesture or a warning sign of manipulation, and she's determined to uncover the truth. The more Sarah observes her boss, the more his actions don't add up. She begins to notice subtle manipulations in the office, decisions being made behind closed doors, promises being broken with no accountability, and a growing sense of unease among her colleagues. But it's the smile that keeps haunting her. Every time her boss brushes off a serious concern with a smile, it feels like he's hiding something. Sarah's conflict is internal as much as it is external. On the one hand, she doesn't want to overthink things or risk being paranoid. On the other hand, she feels something isn't right. The smiles are starting to feel like red flags. They don't seem genuine anymore, almost as if they're used as a shield to deflect attention from his true motives. Caught in a web of doubt, Sarah must decide whether to confront her boss directly or continue to investigate his behavior from the shadows. Just when Sarah gathers the courage to confront her boss, something unexpected happens. During a team meeting, she sees him smile again. This time, it's right after a decision is made that directly impacts the employees in a negative way. The smile isn't just a smile, it's a smirk. The moment lingers, and Sarah feels the weight of it. Her first instinct is to speak up, but her colleague, John, beats her to it. John, who always seems to have the boss's back, smiles and brushes off the issue as if it's no big deal. Sarah feels a pang of frustration. The office culture is toxic, and it's clear that speaking out may only make things worse for her. She now faces a dilemma: stay quiet and risk losing her integrity, or push forward, knowing the consequences could be severe. The tension rises, and Sarah's dilemma grows more intense. Sarah begins to pay closer attention to her boss's behavior and those around him. The more she observes, the clearer it becomes that his smile after critical decisions is a pattern. Every time something unethical happens, there's that same unsettling smile, an indication that he's pleased with the chaos he's causing. Sarah becomes determined to uncover the truth. She decides to confide in her colleague, Mark, who has also noticed the same unsettling patterns. Together, they start gathering evidence of the manager's wrongdoings, documenting his actions, and tracking his behavior during meetings. As they uncover more, Sarah realizes that her initial assumption was right. This isn't just an innocent smile. It's a signal of manipulation, and it's designed to hide his true intentions. But even as she gathers evidence, the weight of what she might have to do next, expose the truth, becomes more daunting. The tension peaks when Sarah uncovers a major piece of evidence, a confidential email exchange between her boss and a competitor, showing that he's been sabotaging the company from within for personal gain. As she prepares to confront him, she realizes the gravity of the situation. Exposing him could ruin her career, but staying silent would make her complicit in his actions. The night before she plans to confront him, Sarah receives a mysterious call. It's from someone she doesn't recognize, but they know everything about the email and warn her to be careful. The message is clear: exposing the truth might come with severe consequences. With the weight of this revelation hanging over her, Sarah steels herself for what's about to come. It's a high-risk move, but she knows that the truth has to come out, no matter the cost. Tomorrow, everything changes. As Sarah prepares to confront her boss, the audience is aware of the sinister secret he's been hiding, which he himself believes is still safe. The dramatic irony builds when Sarah confronts him in his office. He smiles, confident that his manipulation has gone unnoticed. However, the audience knows that Sarah holds the evidence that will expose him completely. The tension increases as he remains unaware of Sarah's knowledge, downplaying his actions as casual workplace issues. His calm demeanor creates a stark contrast to Sarah's internal storm, as she weighs the risk of revealing everything. The audience, privy to her dilemma, is left on the edge of their seats, wondering whether Sarah will summon the courage to drop the bombshell or hold back. This tension between what the audience knows and what the characters do not amplifies the suspense, making every word Sarah speaks in the moment feel loaded with significance. Sarah's transformation throughout this ordeal is remarkable. Initially, she was a quiet and reserved employee, always keeping her head down and following orders without questioning authority. However, as the plot unfolds, Sarah begins to emerge as a fierce, self-assured woman who realizes the power she holds. The boss's smile in response to her investigation is the final push that awakens her inner strength. She doesn't back down, even though the situation could jeopardize her career. Her previously cautious nature gives way to confidence, as she decides to stand up for what's right. The contrast between her initial reluctance and her final resolve speaks volumes about her growth. Sarah's journey from silence to action exemplifies the themes of courage, self-empowerment, and standing against wrongdoers. The audience begins rooting for her, knowing that her decision will not only change her life but also possibly bring down a corrupt system. Sarah's plan begins to take shape as she quietly gathers evidence of her boss's wrongdoing. At first, the stakes seem high, and the tension builds with each passing day as Sarah becomes more vigilant and strategic. The payoff comes when she stumbles upon a critical piece of evidence, one that, when revealed, could bring everything crashing down for her boss. But she knows that revealing this information will come at a cost. She carefully orchestrates the timing, ensuring that when the truth comes out, it will be undeniable. The boss's seemingly innocent smile after every shady decision becomes a key symbol in her plan. Sarah uses it to her advantage, knowing that this small, telling gesture has power. Her careful calculation pays off when she confronts him, presenting the irrefutable proof. The revelation sends shockwaves, not only in the office but also in Sarah's own life. Her quiet, unnoticed actions turn into a powerful movement. The climax of the story is when Sarah confronts her boss with the evidence. She has planned every detail, rehearsed every line, and now it's time to execute. With a calm demeanor, she walks into his office, a sense of determination in her steps. Her boss, as expected, greets her with that same confident, disarming smile. The smile that always masked his true intentions. But today, it's different. Sarah calmly lays out the evidence, emails, documents, and even recordings, each one more damning than the last. Her boss's smile falters, but he quickly recovers, trying to maintain his composure. Sarah's words, however, are sharp and clear, leaving no room for denial. The action is swift, the moment of confrontation is electric. She holds her ground as the boss's facade crumbles, revealing a side of him she always suspected but never fully realized. The office falls silent. The battle is won. The story reaches its peak as the confrontation with the boss winds down, but the unity of the journey remains intact. Sarah's calm, collected approach and strategic thinking are the backbone of her success. It's not just about the confrontation itself, but how she got there, how she built her case without falling into emotional traps. She navigated the obstacles and doubts without losing her focus. Her actions were methodical, and the way she pieced together evidence mirrors the larger theme of the story: never trust a person whose true intentions are hidden behind a smile. Sarah's ability to stay composed, even when the situation became tense, shows that her growth wasn't just in exposing the truth but in how she took control of her destiny. This moment, and her confidence, provide the key to understanding the bigger picture. The unity in her actions, motives, and development creates a satisfying, cohesive arc. As Sarah steps away from the heated confrontation with her boss, the aftermath begins to unfold. The victory wasn't immediate, there's always a process of reflection and understanding. Sarah's preparation was meticulous, both in terms of her emotional and intellectual readiness. She knew what she was walking into, and she didn't let the pressure cloud her judgment. The aftermath, however, isn't just about her victory, it's about the consequences for her boss, who now faces the exposure of his hidden motives. While Sarah walks away with her head high, the real question lies in how her boss will react. This moment of uncertainty gives the audience a chance to think beyond the scene. What happens next? Will the truth destroy him, or will he continue to manipulate others? The preparation set the stage, but now, the true impact of the situation is only beginning to ripple through, setting the tone for what's to come. The core theme of this story revolves around trust and the deceptive nature of silence. In a world where actions speak louder than words, Sarah's decision to confront the truth, no matter how difficult, underscores the importance of questioning motives and not letting red flags slide unnoticed. The theme pushes the audience to reflect on the people they trust and the hidden layers behind actions. In this case, the smile after betrayal isn't just a social gesture, it's a red flag that signals something more sinister. The key takeaway here is that silence can be as revealing as words, and sometimes, the most dangerous people are those who mask their true intentions behind a seemingly innocent smile. Sarah's journey encourages viewers to be vigilant and trust their instincts, rather than allowing manipulation to go unchecked. It's a powerful reminder to never ignore the subtle signs of betrayal, no matter how benign they may appear.